In this video, we are going to take a look at the portal once again as Tamia Gardner has committed to UCLA. I thought I'd run through the UCLA roster, their losses and gains through the portal as they look interesting. As well, I will take another look at UConn and their one remaining roster spot. There seem to be three obvious options available. Which one would they choose, or will they choose anybody? We will go through that. Before we start, if you like the content, then please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Yes, I said I was going to take a break, but then I saw this come up and I couldn't resist. So let's get into this. Here we go. The dismantling of Oregon State continues. So 8 in the portal and now 4 committed, with Tamia Gardner committing to UCLA as well. It definitely looks like Lily Hansford is leaning towards going to Iowa State, as she took a visit there and took a lot of pictures in the Iowa State gear, but nothing on her Instagram as of yet as far as I am aware. But yes, Tamia Gardner has committed to UCLA, which makes sense, as previously when I did the early season portal videos, I didn't realize that Christine Awala had entered the transfer portal as well. Their other forward that was going to return, Emily Bassoir, who sustained an ACL injury while playing for Germany, I believe it was, last year. So she didn't play. Both of those players are not returning to UCLA, as Awala's in the transfer portal and Bassoir is not playing in the 2024-25 season. But they've got the additions through the transfer portal. Like I said, Tamia Gardner will be in the power forward spot. As well, they've previously gotten a commitment from Charlize Ledger-Walker, who's committed to them, who will play point guard, who came in from Washington State. Now, I have previously questioned that a bit, or not so much questioned, but I just thought Caitlin Chen would have been a better fit for UCLA, and I thought it would have been a better fit for Caitlin Chen, really. But then I took a deep dive on UCLA's roster, just the way it looks if you look at the recruits coming in, because they have a good recruiting class coming in that's rated number 3 in the country. And then if you put it all together, it just looks like a well-balanced team. So at center, you would have Lauren Betts, who's 6'7", who's obviously really, really good. She played well last year. She needs to get quicker out of the double teams and things like that, but she runs the floor. She's amazing. She's a difference maker. And then backing her up would be the sophomore Amanda Muse. So she didn't get much time last year, but she's 6'4". She's athletic, and you think she would step up and give more minutes in the backup role. But even if she doesn't, they're just loaded now at the power forward position. As Angela Dugalich is returning, she's 6'4". She's long. She can hit outside shots. She has a well-rounded game, so she would be getting minutes there. Put that together with Tamia Gardner. I would assume Tamia Gardner will be the starter, but Gardner will give them what they missed last year when Emily Bassoir went out, because Bassoir was long as well at 6'4", but she could hit outside shots. She had that European game. So Gardner will fit right in with UCLA. It's a nice fit. As well, they have further depth, as they have the number 27 recruit coming in, Zaina Soka Guman, who is athletic. She's big. She's 6'4". She can finish with her left and right hand. So overall, UCLA is covered at the center and power forward position. They should not have any issues there whatsoever. And Gardner, like I say, just looks like a good fit for UCLA. But as well, they're covered at small forward as well, or the wing position, as they've got returning Gabrielle Jaquez, who's 6 foot. She was good last year. Like, she got the majority of the minutes in the LSU game, as she can match up with bigger players, and she does everything well. But then they've got another, almost like a clone of her, who's slightly bigger, the number 14 recruit, Kendall Dudley, who's 6'1" and plays the wing position. And the reports on her is that she can bring up the ball and just has a well-rounded game. And previously, she's played with Kiki Rice and Zaina Saka Guman, as they all went to Sidwell Friends. So they should all fit together and get along together. Like, that'll be good team chemistry. So they're set up front. There shouldn't be any issues. And then they're okay at guard as well, as London Jones returns, who was their best shooter last year. Now, she can be shut down with height, as she's only 5'4". Then they've got Kiki Rice, who I think Kiki Rice might benefit from Osborne leaving, as early in the season she might wind up running the point, which I think it might be a better position for her, because her shooting is a bit streaky at times. But as well, they have incoming recruit Avery Kane, who's rated number 24. She's 6'1", and she's a shooter, which is perfect. That's exactly what they needed, is they needed another shooter. And if she can deliver, then you have a well-rounded backcourt with Ledger Walker coming healthy as the season goes along, then you have a good little mix there. And then they also have like a point guard coming in from Finland, Elena Arsnella, who provides further depth. So they're fine. I like the way their roster looks. But then again, I liked UCLA's roster last year. So show me UCLA what you can do in March and April. Now to UConn. As you're aware, they missed out on Reagan Beers, but they still have one open roster spot. What will they do with that spot, or will they do anything with it? So the Hartford Courant did an article, and they outlined 3 candidates for the spot, with those being 2 bigs. So the first one, Janiah Barker from Texas A&M. She's 6'4", would be going into her junior year. She's athletic, averaged 12 points, 7 rebounds, and shot 47% from the floor. I did a little bit on the video last night on her. She's been a little bit inconsistent, but she's clearly athletic, has good hands, and I am sure that many coaches are very happy to give her a scholarship. The next big option they present is Miriam Dowda, who's from Arkansas, and she would be going into her junior season as well. She put up good numbers with Arkansas last year, scoring 10 points, going for 4 rebounds per game, and 2.2 blocks as well. She's long, she's 6'4", and much in the same mold as Janiah Barker. Like, she has a good inside-outside game and just clearly athletic. The last option they list is Liza Carlin from Marquette, who Gino Auriemma would be familiar with, as he got to see her up close last season. Now, she is 6'2", so she's long and she can score. She went for 17 points per game last year, 7.9 rebounds, and shot well from the floor, 49%, and shot 35% from beyond the arc. She would be a grad transfer, as she did her 4 years at Marquette and has an extra COVID year. She's reportedly good friends with Paige Beckers, as they played on the same AAU team. Now, of these 3 options, I think it would be Liza Carlin. Like, I know they need a big more, but the problem with the other 2 are they juniors. And basically, Gino's stance on this is, if you weren't happy at your previous school, why would you be happy at my school? What was the problem with the other school? And unless it's exceptional circumstances, he's not interested. As in a lot of ways, he figures if you were unhappy with your coach there who was yelling at you, you're not going to like me, because I'm probably going to yell at you more when you come to UConn. And frankly, I tend to agree with him on this. I think that's a pretty good policy, as a lot of times when you get a free agent or somebody via the portal, you're just inheriting previous problems. So I think if UConn's going to add anybody, it will be Liza Carlin, but that'll be dependent on if she's happy to be on the bench, as likely if she comes to UConn, she's not going to get very much time, as they are so stacked at forward now. So now it's over to you. Do you see UConn signing or getting any more commits from portal players? In addition, what do you think about UCLA? Am I getting fooled again? Are they the all-roster team that will once again fall short in March and April, or not? Your comments, your poison welcome. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good night.